Join us on Now We Consume. Take in the knowledge, take in the laughs, indulge in the topics with us. The Now We Consume podcast will take you through the parts of your day you normally dread. Why suffer through the existential crisis of life alone when you can do it with us? And Now We Consume.
This is not meant to be a conspiracy episode or podcast, but we may cover some topics that dance that line like a toddler dances on their mother's last nerve. This podcast is rated I, for immature audiences only.
If you've ever texted your boss, send nudes, and followed it with a calendar invite that says performance review, then strap in with a strap on for the Now We Consume podcast. I'm your host, Pip. Tonight, as always, and disappointed as ever, are my co-hosts, Gibbs and Gibbles.
Hello.
Hey.
You should not ever be allowed a management position at your job.
No.
The bad thing is, I think they might be putting me in one here before long.
Well, don't send them this video.
Challenge taken.
Challenge accepted. So tonight we are coming to you live or recorded by the time you're listening to this from Snowmageddon 2026. Woo. We are thankfully still with power and internet. For now, exactly. So if anything cuts out during the show, that's what it'll be attributed to.
Yeah.
Probably Gibbs.
Yeah. We're getting, it looks like the updated totals are going to be more than 2 feet.
Gross.
So, yeah.
And I'm sitting here with my 8 inches and just sitting proud and happy for once.
You're lucky. My driveway already looks like I haven't touched it. You gotta be kidding me. I have reflective posts that are now covered. And it's like up to my waist.
Oh, geez.
Living off the lake has just been the most amazing idea.
Yeah. All right. So tonight, since we've had a few topics on the show that are going to tie into this, we're going to be talking about the one thing that humans have spent literally thousands of years trying to accept, and now 10 minutes of of AI is trying to undo. It's currently January of 2026, and a few weeks ago, a new law went into effect in California. It's called Senate Bill 243. It's a very dry piece of legislation on paper, but it's mostly forcing AI companies to disclose when you're talking to a bot. But if you look between the lines, the reason because that law exists, it's not because of customer service bots. It's because of digital necromancy. And necromancers are usually pretty cool, but in this case, not so much. Right now, as you're listening to this, there are servers in Northern Virginia that are humming away with virtual personas of people who aren't here anymore. And for $30 a month, you can FaceTime a digital ghost trained on one of your late parents' old text messages and voice notes. It looks like them. It laughs like them. It has all their little mannerisms. And it even remembers that big trip to the lake back in 2018.
Hold on.
So,
all I can say is if somebody does that with my mother, I will burn the building to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
No, that woman does not get to live forever. No.
Yeah, well, this is thankfully a service that you have to prepay for. So, now,
can I ask a quick question on this?
Yes.
'Cause I think this is actually kind of important. Does this require the consent of the family or anyone involved, or can you just send this in?
Right.
Are going to talk about that.
Okay,
That is down here. I have that.
Okay.
So now in a world where we consume everything, like every moment and every bite, we finally have started consuming. Have we started to finally consume our own grief? We used to say rest in peace, but now it sounds like the industry is saying stay in the stack. So
That's a terrifying thing to think about.
You ain't kidding, buddy.
'Cause it's not like you're actually preserving people. it's all fake, 100%.
Right. It's not like you
but
took somebody and
this-
scanned their brain and said, okay, now I'm taking the brain and making it digital.
Right. So this episode is going to touch on a couple of our previous episodes. Last week we talked about the Cognify stuff where they're kind of getting into your brain and doing memory manipulation. But also way back early in the first season, we talked about the upload possibility, the digital afterlife. This is a whole different kind of spin on that idea. This is probably even the precursor to that.
Well, I was going to say, that's something that's readily doable, obviously, today.
Yeah, this is being done. I have seen ads for this stuff.
Where? I have not heard, before you wrote this up, I have never seen anything about this.
Yeah, we obviously have very different feeds coming to our eyeballs, but yes, I have seen the ads for this shit.
I know my feed's definitely different than all yours.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the already $40 million grief tech market, the ethics of the subscription soul, and why the most radical act of love in a digital age might actually be letting someone actually go. So we can start this off by talking about the new necromancy. We have moved from memorials to permanent simulations. The transition from memorialization, which would be static photos and even old videos, to a new interactive immortality. And the numbers as of out this month, the global digital immortality market is valued at approximately $36.8 million, with projections pushing it towards $118 billion by 2034, as agentic AI becomes the standard. And there are already some key players. Eternos offers legacy accounts starting at $25 a month to keep your digital twin alive. And there's a story that we're going to touch on with that one that's already been used. Did you have something, Gibbs?
I'm just taking this all in. I don't like any of this. I already read over the notes, so I know, but even it's just one of those things. Once you start to process it and understand that the dead internet theory is going to become way more relevant than we ever thought possible.
Yeah, dead internet is one thing, but now it's actually dead people internet. Yeah. That's a whole different ballgame.
There's going to be a future, if this becomes true, where 80% of Facebook is going to be AI accounts of people you used to know posting about bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a company called You, Only Virtual. They specialize in the Versonas, which are the AIs that are built specifically to mimic the unique relationship between two people. That would be like a mom bot that only knows how to talk to you. This isn't just preserving memories anymore. They are building denial as a service. They're paying a monthly fee to pretend the most fundamental part of the human experience, death, has been patched out of the latest update. This, I feel, is kind of a pathway into the mental health aspect of the grieving process, because you have to get to that acceptance stage. And if you're going with one of these services, you will never get to the acceptance because you still have the interactability. You're still able to have conversations. And with the AI features, they can update, they can learn, and they can grow, essentially, with new information.
Oh, so we're going to get sentience with someone's dead persona. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So I feel like this is part of the issue that we have of letting people... There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to say it. We're letting mentally ill people run the asylum when it comes to how the way the world's going. We're putting bubble wrap on absolutely everything and saying, nope, nobody went away, nobody's hurt, everything's fine, everything's all good. That's how you know we're entering the dystopia, when people, unfortunately, are trying to find every excuse possible to not live the world that they're in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Man.
In a world full of crazy people, the crazy are the sane. So the $36.8 million market valuation, that's out as of right now. It's no longer a weird startup kind of thing. It's becoming a standard feature in high-end estate planning. So the people that are well off can actually kind of get this stuff set up and begin prepping the AI, the servers, and all that stuff with video interviews, text message dumps, all that kind of stuff. So there was a man named Michael Bomer, or Bomer, I'm probably mispronouncing his name, Bommer. He's an engineer who used Eternos to create a digital twin before passing from terminal cancer.
Uh-huh.
So that is the case that has already been used with this whole situation.
But that's still not him.
It's not him, but it was as close as we can get to the upload scenario with current technology to being him. It was a way for his family to process because his life was cut short.
Way to process? Oh, God, no. They're never going to let go.
Maybe eventually. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So, Gibbs, did you want to take over the next part here? I swear there's nothing complicated in here. You yelled at me last week for that.
No, it was a word I had never had to spell. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. The historical link. Victorian era versus modern methods. So you're talking about discussing their obsession with death, or things like hair, jewelry, mementos, photography, and the rise of spiritualism, things like Ouija boards, mediums, kind of ways to talk with the dead. So what's going to be interesting, I think, where the cross-section of this is, I wonder if culturally this will become going from being something that's like taboo into something that is almost normalized, where it's like, oh, grandma, grandpa are on the way out. We got to have, their AI personas uploaded and all the memories and everything. They got to upload everything. That way they can still talk to them on Facebook or whatever. I wonder if it's going to be something that's like, I hate to say it, but like people do on the regular.
I have a thought. I have a thought because what you said there, what would be the legal ramifications where somebody goes and writes a will and people disagree with said will? So then they go to the virtual AI who's supposed to be a persona of that person. And we get to the point where everybody's like, oh, that's really that person. Can that AI then supersede what was written in the will?
No.
I wouldn't think so, because a lot of this takes a lot of prep before that person passes.
It wouldn't be recognized as a consciousness either. Like, we're not at the singularity point.
Right.
It's just like it's like a digital snapshot.
Yeah. I'm just curious because, how dumb people are, so.
Oh, don't worry. People will try.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's not going to hold up in court. Granted, that is assuming the judges are going to be smart enough to understand this, because I hate to say it, but a lot of judges are older, and I think that's going to go right over their heads.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just not going to get it. But one of the things you brought up here that I didn't realize until we were discussing this was you're talking about just their obsession with hair, jewelry, mementos, photography. What I'm wondering is if we're becoming truly a digitized world or a digitized culture, are we no longer going to have things to pass down physically from one generation to another? Because think about it, at least in my generation, we ain't going to own shit.
Right.
Because with the way the economy is going. So what's weird is assets are going to go from a physical medium to a digital medium. They're going to be photos, Instagram accounts, different reels, all things that are digitized that are kept separate. But in terms of physical things to hand down, people aren't going to be handing down, maybe some, but a lot of people aren't going to be handing down like photo books, scrapbooks, like recipes, like everything's literally going to be ones and zeros. I wonder if this is going to be part of that inheritance kind of thing where they almost become a repository of information.
That's a good thought. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
I think for a lot of people, especially people that are not well off financially, that they can afford digital assets and not real assets, this might be part of the package of, oh, your loved ones have passed away. We could do this whole in memoriam thing. We set up their digital AI thing with all their information, everything stored on the AI person that was your family member. And that we just ask them for stuff like, oh, what's that photo of Uncle Bill from, 1992 where he's doing this, like, oh, let me search through here. Oh, I remember this. This is with this time, this, you know what I mean? They like describe what happened and all that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work for me. Wouldn't work for me.
Creepy though.
Yeah. Wouldn't work for me because I'm such an asshole, so.
But wait a minute. What happens if you do this, right? You make your own Harry Potter scenario where you upload them into like portraits and you hang them on the wall and then they're all yelling at each other. They get to watch as the whole family gets uploaded as AI photos in all different parts, all yelling at each other and fucking screaming.
Oh my God, it's the last family reunion all over again. I was going to
say, awesome. You ask it about the Thanksgiving where everybody had this big argument and it's all of a sudden just shows the big argument taking place and it's an episode of Springer.
Even better, you get the one family where somebody asks to pass the gravy, they get told to F themselves, and next thing you know there's a dead body on the ground. Put them in picture frames and see how that goes.
see it won't be real until I can get one uncle to yell at another uncle some racial slur and somebody pulls out a gun and they fucking kill each other through the photo. Then I know we're onto something. But until we can set those kind of classic family fights, like, because I feel like there is a method for this, honestly, that would be, I think, helpful for people too, to be able to have that like family style reunion where they all interact, if that's possible. But I think they're just going to cheap out and do this like the shortest, cheapest way possible. Get the
of course.
Say, oh yeah, subscribe for $3. And then what they're going to do is they're going to fucking guilt trap people, because they're going to say, oh, we have your grandma for $3.99 a month. Pay us or else she gets deleted. Like, it's going to be this absolute guilt trap bullshit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's going to be that whole, the way things are now with subscriptions. Oh, you want to leave? Well, you're not going to be such a fun person anymore, are you? Don't unsubscribe, crap like that.
Grandma has been downgraded to hell. Just see like in the background, she's just burning in the photo. Pay the money.
Oh, geez, that's gonna be Black Mirror right there. Unless you get the super special package, Grandma is now gonna be living at 5 frames per second.
Oh my God. She's not having a stroke. She's just at 4 FPS. Oh my God.
Grandma, I need to know what the cookie recipe is. The
family reunion at the trailer park. They're not stuttering. They're just at low speed. That's how it fucking works.
Can you imagine if they did have a speech impediment like that and they uploaded that?
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking Albert Fudd would be out there causing people strokes. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
But you could put them on really funny stuff. Like, imagine you put, like, your grandfather that was a dick on, like, a mug. So every morning we go to, like, drink coffee. It's like, wake up, asshole. Hey, Grandpa, how you doing? Like, just, wait, there's funny things you could do with them. Like that. There is a method. There is some way you could do with it, but I feel like it's gonna be way too serious and way too not fun.
Yeah. No, if they did it to me, it wouldn't be a good idea. I'm an asshole. So yeah. Oh, you want to know where I hid such and such? Yeah, go fuck yourself. You want to say hi? Yeah, no, go screw off.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all put me in here. I'm not happy. I'm going to make your life a living hell. Don't be shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk to Grandpa. Why? He's an asshole. Why is he still online? Because if we delete him, we're afraid he's going to break the internet.
But, let's see here. So I think we kind of covered that one.
Yeah. Well, so Yeah, because back in the day, everyone wanted something physical to hold on to, and with the transition to the digital state, it's just kind of the comparison of is it just the transition to a more sophisticated state of grief, or is it just the natural progression? You know,
it's not natural without that.
No, I think it also has to do with the fact that like the way civilization has worked for thousands of years has been interrupted by modern civilization. So usually how it would go is like, obviously you grow up and then you have a family, then you get old and the family takes care of you and you die, and it kind of starts the cycle over again, but it's usually very linear. It's all stages are happening at the same time.
Right.
And it's required that every stage happens. You know, obviously, as soon as basically you can raise kids and have kids, you're probably having kids. As you'll probably have several generations underneath you, and then you turn a ripe old age of 35 and you die because that's what happened in the medieval times. You know,
or if you live in the District of Columbia right now, you know that happens too.
Yeah, 37. They got 2 more years. You know, all that modern technology is really helping them out.
Oh yeah,
but I think the issue is we don't really value things the same way that we used to in that way, because you have people living a lot longer, but also there isn't that sense of community anymore. Most people don't live with their family. Most people live very far away. There's not that close-knit family like there used to be, where people were actually reliant on each other. Now it's optional. So maybe I'm a little jaded on this topic, but I see a lot of family members that just don't help each other, that aren't around, so therefore they're not as invested in the family as a unit or in the older people in their family. So when they pass, it's not like they're inheriting anything. They only have those couple of memories. So I feel like it's because of the very little that they get with them. Mm-hmm. That's what they value, you know, because I don't know. Like, here's a question for you two. How many younger people spend a significant amount of time with the older people in their family? Or do they see them like once a month, once every few months, maybe only on holidays?
I think it depends more so on the family, because I know a couple extremes. I know some that see every day or about every day, and I know some that just never see them.
And
I mean, I see mine, you know, at least, I don't know, on average, at least once a week. I have family I see.
See, maybe it's because of like where I live, but I feel like that's outside the norm.
Yeah. Sadly, I'm now one of the oldest people in my family.
Oh, you'll be getting the title of grandpa in the family.
Oh.
I'm not there yet.
Pinky jinx.
But I guess you get my point, though. I feel like that's why people are more into the digital memories, is the point.
Yeah. On that, I mean, families aren't as much of a cohesive unit as they used to be. You know, they're not staying in the same house. They're not staying on the same land. They're spreading out a lot more and a lot further than they ever used to. So, yeah, that I get that. Gibbles, do you want to take the next section, or you want to wait till the next one?
Let me look. How about the Victorian hair versus silicone avatars?
Nope. Right. No? We just did that one.
Oh. Ghost in the Stack?
Yeah.
Oh. Explain how you only virtual uses personas. It's not just a chatbot. It's trained on unique relationship data. Specific jokes, your shorthand, compared to movie Transcendence for memory. And it kind of is like that. However, didn't in Transcendence they copied his brain?
Yeah, and it's kind of the same process to the extent of they were doing literally a brain download in the movie.
Right.
Whereas here they're training an AI to do that instead of a brain dump. But it's the same kind of outcome as what they're after, with the exception of they're not trying to actually copy somebody. Like, this is just intended to be a mimic more or less.
It does reactions based on all of your old conversations, text messages, voicemails, that kind of thing.
Right.
So it does like a rough approximation, but does not add to the experiences or thoughts from
now it does add to, because as things progress, they will learn.
Yeah.
And they will grow a little bit. So
jeez.
But you also run the risk of corpo slop. You know, basically.
This is the fun part.
Yeah, you know, the AI starts to hallucinate, or if you will, kind of like a dark mirror or black mirror, whatever you call it. God. You know, your digital mother starts recommending a specific brand of cereal or quoting a politician she hated who owns that mistake. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm talking to my deceased brother, and all of a sudden he starts quoting off, you know, the latest, you know, fishing rod because he likes fishing. And he's like, hey, if you go to Amazon, you might be able to get this particular fishing rod for $19.99. You know, stupid shit like that.
Yeah. So
right now, if corporations put ads for when my dead relatives are talking to me, I will happily burn the entire place and giggle while I do it. Like
I don't even need that, but you know,
that'd be the most rage-inducing thing possible.
Oh yeah.
So the Black Mirror reference there, one of the most recent, I think it was the most recent season of Black Mirror. The guy was keeping his wife alive.
Yeah.
And the plan that they had, they started having her spew out ads. She didn't realize that she was doing it. She blanked out while the ads were being broadcast through her. But she didn't know about it. And people thought she was going nuts.
Yeah.
So,
and then when she started, what was it? Like she was in a classroom with little kids, and she started doing advertisements that were really adult in nature, and they kicked her out of school because of it.
Yeah. Or one was like a therapy ad for one of the kids. So, yeah.
It's all fun and games until your grandma starts recommending sex toys.
God.
It's all fun and games until that AI starts.
Granny, I don't need you to tell me about Bad Dragon. No.
No.
With the inclusive demonstration, no.
Fuck you for the last part. That's terrible.
Grandma, stay away from the sex swings. I swear to God.
Oh man.
Gibbos, take a ride on that latest Bad Dragon.
Oh God.
I would beat my phone across the goddamn
God.
so fast. You have no idea.
We'll make some fresh tapioca pudding for you.
I would probably be puking out the hole in the wall. That
what I'm impressed by is we still have people watching this after that one. Jesus.
So sorry. I apologize for my friend.
My God.
We'll make some extra chunky clam chowder.
There is a reason. There's a reason why we all only meet up once or twice a year, and we purposely harass the local IHOP. So
I'm still impressed they let us in there.
Oh,
I don't know if they will Labor Day. I don't know if they will when we go there this year.
Oh, man, you ain't got hair on your ass unless one of us goes in first going, all my friends are here. They're as big as me. And we're off the wagon tonight from our Jenny Craig diet. And put the kids away, because last time children disappeared, and that's a damn shame.
Oh, all right. So you guys have asked about the legal points. So we will pivot back into the brown eye of the law of denial.
Let's do this.
So the deep dive. Yes, two in the pink, one in the stink. That's correct. So a little bit of a deep dive into the California bill. Again, it was Senate Bill 243, the companion chatbot law. It went into effect on January 1st of this year. Some of the key provisions were that bots must state they are AI if a reasonable person would be misled. There's a minor rule included in this. If a child is talking to a grief bot, the system must issue a break reminder every 3 hours and remind them this is not a human. So, the philosophical friction, why does the state feel the need to intervene in our grief? Because the simulation is becoming more convincing than the absence. And a follow-up question, who decides what's reasonable?
That's literally the first thing I thought of when you said that sentence.
Right.
Jesus Christ. I don't think, I hate to be this person, but if anybody's using a grief bot to deal with their grief, I think the phrase reasonable has gone out the window.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not using that to demean anybody, because I get it. Some people, they don't have family or friends. They don't have anyone to talk to. If it could truly help somebody, I'm with it. However, bots must state whether an AI, if a reasonable person be misled. No, it should be for any and all instances. There shouldn't be any allowance for anywhere else. It should be, hey, if this is an AI or a human facsimile or anything like that that's trying to replicate being a person,
be disclosed.
It should be disclosed, clearly stated, and you should have to click a button that acknowledges that I accept that this is, a AI facsimile, human program, whatever. It is not a person. You should have to click and accept that for every single thing. Because, alternatively, you should have the legal right to talk to somebody that's not an AI.
Yep.
That needs to be allowed for any sort of chat, any sort of customer service, anything.
Yeah.
That way, this bakes into the law that if you want to use AI to get it done quicker, cool, you can. If you're doing something stupid, like returning a package off Amazon, who cares? But in the case of like this, like if they're a grief thing or like a self-deletion hotline or something like that or anything else, like you really need to be able to...
a self-deletion hotline. That took me a second.
I can't say the other one,
Right.
But if you get what I'm saying, like I think that needs to be forefront and obvious and clear as day. I hate the fact that it's only acceptable if a reasonable person might think it's fooled. No. Because then the problem is it obfuscates responsibility. Because then they can say, well, we didn't think it was a reasonable,
Oh, okay, so let me ask you this: how many times do you read the terms and conditions before you click "I agree"?
Not very often, but I'm also from a mental standpoint accepting the fact that at some point I could be accidentally agreeing that I'm going to become part of a human centipede.
Yeah. So, okay, let me ask you this: did you guys watch Three Body Problem?
A digital centipede.
That's awesome.
Also, no, I did not.
I watched about halfway through.
Okay, there was a part in Three Body Problem where a guy was agreeing to give his brain to the program. To do that, he had to go through the self-deletion process. There was this multi-step process that he had to go through. He had to answer yes several times before he could actually get to the final one. Some kind of I have to read through this and answer a question about what I just read to make sure that I read what I just read kind of thing could be put in place to make sure that you understand you're talking to a bot. And that's how you can get around the terms and conditions type of scenario. It was a lot to say that, but
I think especially too, if you're talking about the minor rule with kids,
mm-hmm.
I don't trust this technology enough to be allowed for kids with something like that. I really feel like that it's be like an 18 plus only thing.
I agree with you there.
If a kid's dealing with grief, I really feel like they need to talk to
people
or a licensed professional or a family member or someone that can help them. Because, like, again, that's why if they're in school, that's why they have school counselors and other resources available. Because
that's like those 800 numbers. I was going to say it'd be like the 800 numbers back in the day, talking to what's her name, for the tarot cards and all that. If you're a kid, you weren't doing that, but an adult, you understood. Okay, this isn't real.
Right.
But I think for a kid with the AI thing, that can get out of hand really quick.
Yeah.
And a kid might not know where the line is, and if they rely on it too much. You know, what happens if a 12-year-old's dealing with like the loss of their mom or their dad or like close family member or something like that, and it becomes not a crutch to lean on for a day or maybe to help them through something. What if it becomes something they're reliant on every day? Or it becomes something more than what's supposed to be. And with how we've seen how adaptive AI is even today, let alone a few years from now, that could get really weird. Because we've already seen kids, unfortunately, have very unhealthy relationships with technology, even just with the way things are today, let alone where this could go in a few years.
Yeah. And the thing about having the kids talking to people and whatnot, the only other thing I could think of that would be acceptable is having them talking to a VR representative that's actually like a person that just looks like a dog that's talking to them.
That's different.
And I know you get that reference.
Oh yeah. But as long as I feel like with kids, you gotta have more control with it.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's kind of my fear, because boy, if you don't put any lockdowns on this stuff and just let kids roam free with that, holy hell. Especially what happens if the grief AI is the only AI that kids have like unfettered access to, and they use it to do shit that's illicit or illegal or whatever. Because you can convince an AI to do some crazy stuff, even if you outright tell it not to do it.
I think these AI would be pretty locked down, but you're right. I mean, there's no telling what kind of safeties you can get around if you talk to it the right way.
Well, not only that,
so
you also have the situation like you know about Razer coming out with their own new virtual AI companion for your desktop.
Yeah, I saw that. The
like
digital waifu. Yeah,
the
holographic waifu.
Yeah, it's using Grok. And like I was telling you guys earlier, that stuff is it's getting, that whole, it's there, but just enough that your brain's still going, WTF, wow. And it kind of just very disconcerting. So I can only imagine seeing something maybe the size of my glass, sitting on my desk with a little tiny holographic waifu or whatever, and you're just talking to them. Could you imagine it, like you make that into grandma or whatever? Just sitting on your desk, hey grandma, how you doing today?
People will get sucked into their own little world.
So fast.
That's even without VR, without anything else. That'll literally be, they check up on family members that have already died and they just tell them what they want, to hear.
Yeah.
Just be the reaffirming, supportive person. Meanwhile, you're describing horrors beyond imagine. Just like this Jeffrey Dahmer type of guy describing, I just felt like murdering all, doing all this other stuff. This robot's like, honey, I remember when we did that trip back to the lake house in 2016. You were just such a good boy. If you just believe in yourself, you could be a good boy. Yes, I could be a good boy. I could do it. And then they just end up on the news in the worst way possible. Like, I feel like this could go really bad.
Man.
While you were talking about
waving the bloody arm around like it.
While you were talking about that, I had a thought. What if this is also used by people who just simulate the people that they wanted to have in their lives? The ones that got away type deal.
Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because I'm sure this tech can be used that way.
Yeah.
And they start developing full-on relationships with those digital waifus and bonding it with this kind of a tech.
Oh, no. Could you imagine? Okay, here, I got one for you. A stalker. He knows that the person he's been stalking passed away. Now, digitally, that person's now in their afterlife in the digital realm. Now they get to stalk them while they're digital.
For $24.99 a month, they can be hit theirs forever.
If someone could do that in lieu of stalking a real person, I feel like that trade-off's worth it. If it's a fake person
probably.
and they're not, but the problem is I feel like for some people that would embolden them to do even more. So you get that 50-50
Right.
split of like some people be like, this will satiate, whereas other people will be like, but that means I can stalk the real person. It would just get weird.
That's like
quickly
those.
Yeah, because-
that's like if you know, the argument would be almost like a pedophile with a sex doll. You know, at
Yeah.
what point is what's too far or too much at that point? You know, where's that line?
And that's kind of what I was going to say is that's probably going to be the next step is going from the digital waifu to ordering the sex doll that just looks like them.
Right. Using
I
the
swear to
AI to
God.
get what they want.
I swear to God, if Razer makes a fucking genitalia update with that fucking thing, you know, I swear to God, it's like, you know, your companion assistant here can now assist you in all these more interactive ways.
Honey, I
somehow-
didn't remember you
Bluetooth
smelled
connectivity.
so
Little
much
motor.
like latex.
It's crazy. This motor just clips onto the table. And it's wild. It just, you know, it's used for whatever you think. Just use your imagination. No.
Yeah. It's a finger cleaner. Get it right. Or it's a dog paw
Oh man, so nice that you
But
think so
it's a
highly of
vegetable
yourself.
washer. It's a vegetable washer.
But there are a lot of people, I feel like, and this goes back a bit to our dating episode we were talking about, where I think enough people are just completely opting out of the dating world that some people will choose the AI companion.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Will choose to say, hey, like what you brought up that you never thought about before. Oh, this person that got away at like maybe they were your first love in high school or something like that, or in college or something else, whatever. They'll just grab all their information off of Instagram or Facebook or whatever, upload everything, and just be like, "Yep, that's my fantasy. That's the thing."
Or since people so freely post all their stuff on Instagram and the socials, they can download all that information and model their doll after that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
And they can get the personality off the reels.
yeah.
They can literally just have a fake relationship with someone that they might not even know.
And people would, especially with celebrities.
Oh, 100%.
It's like
what was
weird.
that
On
episode?
Facebook, there's 35,870 people dating Sydney Sweeney. I don't know how that fucking happened. But
That's like the episode of Futurama.
Yeah. Yeah. That was.
Bender was dating Lucy Liu or something like that.
Yep. The Lucy Liu bot. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
Good
But-
times.
But every time they scanned the head, they were like shocked. Like, ah! Get me out of here, Bender.
That would be weird. Like if you were a celebrity and you just see your hashtag is like in love with this blank celebrity you look, and it's just people just doing weird shit with your avatar version of yourself or whatever on their desk.
Only a psychopath would enjoy that.
Oh, have you been to the US? There are some weird fucking people, man.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh my God.
No.
But I'm talking about the celebrity side, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're all fucking weird.
It's
and
gonna be
coked
the
up.
Britney Spears of the the love doll situation. She's just gonna be like,
Maybe
everybody
that's what's
loves
wrong with
me.
her.
Now let me pose the other half of the argument. Who is going to be the first celebrity to embrace it and become a trillionaire
Oh God!
and say, "Oh yeah, for an additional $3.99 a month, you could have me or whoever it's like Sydney Sweeney or Megan Fox or whoever."
Lizzo.
Oh God! So is that like
Not
sloppy
touching that
3000s or
comment.
something like that?
Not even touching that one. Nope.
It's not even sloppy seconds anymore. It's just like it's so far out there. It's like not even worth mentioning.
But
Yeah.
you get my point. Like this
Uh-huh.
could be the money making opportunity of a lifetime for a
Oh,
lot of
100%.
these celebrities. That once that comes out, if you jump on board that bandwagon,
Yeah. Well, okay. Realistically, any like big OnlyFans creator, any
Totally
big porn
far-
star, any big
I hadn't thought of that.
any big actress that's
Yeah.
just sought after, somebody like Jenna Ortega could literally go down that line without ever actually posing nude, and could make a gajillion dollars just by doing that, offering up her avatar for that.
Yeah, things are going to get really weird.
Uh-huh.
But it's going to happen. Mark my words, one of them. I don't know which one, but one of them is going to see the money-making opportunity and say, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a porn star.
Probably.
It'll either be a porn star or
Amaranth.
somebody that's got a very high opinion of themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like Amaranth would be the first person to do that.
Yes, Amaranth would probably be very high on that list. The girl that sang the Anaconda song would be on that list.
And then after you get somebody to do that, how long would it take before you get a video of their avatar getting just mutilated by somebody? Just because.
Oh, God.
I mean, there's a Reddit for everything. So
that's what I'm saying. We are in America, so there's a little
that's something that
everybody.
ends up. That's something that ends up on FetLife on Reddit. So there you go.
See, the problem is there'll be a whole subreddit for torture AI.
Yeah.
So people torturing their AI companions too.
Oh yeah.
Again, what if hear me out? Politicians sold their AIs purposely for people to date, but also for people to torture and do. If they really don't like this politician, but they're like, fuck it, you might hate me so much, but I can raise money for my next campaign.
Yep.
I could see JD Vance doing that. He already embraces the meme.
I could see Ocasio-Cortez doing that.
Yeah.
Oh God, the things people would do, I would not want to see that. Oh my God.
I would have not. I've had crazy people tell me I'm crazy before, but then they were just like, "I'm not touching that." Nope.
But
I'm crazy,
to be fair,
but
it's
no.
the AI version, so it has no.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a crazy setting. You can dial it back.
Oh, if you had an adjustable crazy setting, dude, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be like standard, I would assume.
You could do it like on The Good Place with the AI, where every time you go to hit the button to reset her, she just freaks out. Like, no, click.
Oh, God. You could take some spicy cubes and turn the crazy up to 10 and have a real good night.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, Pip, here we go.
Part of your problem.
Sorry. My pants can only contain so much. All right, so we should probably get back on track.
Yeah, it was for sure.
So
AI Bernie's here to ask for another donation. I'm sorry.
I've once again come back from the grave to ask you for your support.
I've come to ask you in my time of need. We need more money. No, but
God.
So are we at the point where we can have the legal discussion on this?
Yes.
Yes.
So we've got the psychology of the second death.
Okay.
Dr. Sarika Bora last year talked about how grief tech can lead to delayed grief or emotional stasis. And we've already kind of touched on that in several points. And one of those issues is the bankruptcy scenario. What happens if the company hosting your loved one's soul goes bankrupt? Or if the servers are wiped, or if they're hacked and held ransom? The family would essentially suffer a second death, which would be a sudden digital bereavement that can be just as, if not more, traumatic than the first.
I mean, that's technically something that's sort of happened in a way now. Like, what was that, 21andMe or what the hell genetic company that they had to sell everything off?
23andMe, yeah.
Yeah, 23andMe. And they declared bankruptcy, and now everybody's genetic material is just up on a list for sale.
I've been spreading my genetic material around for years freely, so I mean, that didn't bother me.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put my genetic material online like that. But, hey.
Gibbs, the head shake of disappointment, man.
I feel like you got to offset it for the guys that never do anything. So, like, you got to bring up the average, That's your...
Yeah. Oof. But I mean, again, it's like the same thing in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a company that, like Gabe Newell, he owns Steam. He runs it privately, and it's amazing. But at some point, the man's going to die. Just like somebody owns this company where your loved ones are. What happens afterwards? The next person comes in, they decide, like, screw it, we're going to put advertisements everywhere. You're going to have to pay a monthly fee now to be able to keep all your stuff. Oh, grandma? Grandma's now going to cost you $90 a month versus, the $1.99 before with no ads. Now grandma's going to talk about erectile dysfunction because you're not paying for the premium software.
And they would do that shit. They would customize the ads so they'd be the most uncomfortable things for your loved ones to discuss, just to make it that much easier for you to be willing to pay.
Yeah. Oh, Sonny, have you been taking your Viagra today?
Are you baking some sourdough downstairs, darling? Get yourself some Vagiclean.
Oh my God. I haven't watched that movie in a while.
Grandmama, dude, I don't need that. Oh, yes, you do. You don't know everything about you. Oh, God.
So I think in order for this to be a legitimate thing in the U.S., we would have to discuss who actually owns the rights to that information.
Yeah,
to that person, because that, you're trading the fine line of if it's a person or not, but if it isn't, then who owns it? Because the company can't necessarily own someone else's memories,
right?
But if you hand over it all to them, that might be part of their agreement that, hey, they own all the photos, memories, documents, everything that they're going to do. That's going to be a standard boilerplate kind of legal agreement. So then the problem is, if they do go bankrupt, it does go bye-bye because you signed that agreement. I don't think there's any company that's going to be still willing to hand that back over to you because they're going to use all of that for somebody else's AI person.
Right. The data farming and the data points, all that shit, the metadata alone would be worth millions.
Yeah.
So
there's no way that would disappear.
The only way that would work is if they uploaded it to a cloud and you were able to download it at any time. So that way you had access to it. So you could download it yourself. And the problem is, again, like upload, you're going to have your goddamn grandparents on a flash drive if they shut down. And you better hope you don't spill it or put it in water or something.
Yeah.
But if
or
we're
the
talking
battery
about
dies.
what Razer has, though, with that personal AI thing, where if you just plug your grandparents into that, now they're on the corner of your desk all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Which that again seems like something out of an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. Not sure how comfortable I'd feel with that, especially if I decide to watch an adult film or something and grandma's just staring at me blankly the whole time. Not sure I'm good with that one.
Oh, the comments. That's the problem. Because they're one comment away from traumatizing you forever.
I know. You like this, Grandma? This is all your fault.
or what's going to happen, I'll tell you right now. Someone is going to move Grandma and Grandpa to their kids' room because the parents are trying to get busy, and the kids are going to be busy trying to do something, and they're going to look at Grandma and Grandpa staring at them in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, you can do an entire comedy series about it. The
AI would just be traumatized. It would be the first time AI needs therapy.
like you were saying, Gibbles, with it sitting there watching you, your digital grandma could be like, your grandfather used to do something like that to me every night. Oh, God.
And my therapy bills are going to increase. The VA is going to be like, no, we can't pay for that one. That's self-induced.
All activities tonight have come to a halt. We're declaring a state of emergency in the bedroom. We are evacuating immediately. But I feel like that's the route we'd end up going. But I guess the other question would be, do you have the legal right to copy someone without their permission?
Well, so the last section in the notes here is titled The Exit Strategy. Introducing the concept of a digital will that you need to legally state if you don't want to be reanimated.
Yeah.
So stating in your will what you want done or not done specifically with your data after you are gone is something that going forward may have to be done.
Yeah, something like that. It would have to be, even if you don't have a will, unless you physically, if you have something in writing, unless you have something in writing, this can't be done. Unless you specifically have a will set up that says, hey, you can use me virtually with the digital setup. Okay, we can do it. But there's no will, there's no documentation, no nothing. Hey, guess what? Hands off. Can't do it.
Yeah, this would be a whole different type of DNR order, because there's the living DNR, and this will be the after I'm dead DNR, do not reanimate.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
DNR
so, yes. Do not resuscitate, do not reanimate. That's a So
I guess the question too is like, for how long is that relevant? Because like, for example, if a celebrity says do not reanimate and 100 years passes, is anyone really going to care at that point? Like, I wonder if the statute of limitations is going to be on that, depending on the person. Because let's be real, let's just say theoretically, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson signs a thing saying, nope, can't reanimate, can't do anything with it. How long do you think it'll be until some company's just going to buy the rights from the living family member, or they're just going to do it anyway, or find some legal loophole? Like,
so ideally, everything should or would be deleted about them at that point, so that they could not. It ensures finality at that point. If you don't want to be reanimated digitally, all of your digital footprint would have to be erased.
That's assuming people have access to that.
Well, I mean, on
direct
Google,
it in your will.
Yeah, I mean, on Google,
you
they
direct
already
it
have
through a lawyer.
Yeah, but now, let me ask you a question. Maybe it's just because I live with this, but how many 85 or 90-year-olds do you think remember their fucking passwords and all their social media stuff as of today?
It's right here. It's right there. You tie it all into a thumbprint.
Oh,
you can get that after they pass.
Yeah.
You can do that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Maybe it's in my experience, trying to get an 85-year-old that does not like technology to do anything like that. I'd rather go build myself a Taj Mahal in the backyard at a spare.
Dude, trying to get a 30-year-old to do something with digital anything these days is also a pain in the ass. So
yeah,
I get it.
That might be a whole different episode that we talk about, is how people are embracing the dumb tech.
Yeah.
So.
Just on a side note, Google has it where, say, if you're inactive for six months or whatever you specify, because you died, you can have an emergency contact for that. So then you leave a message saying, hey, apparently I've died and you're responsible for all my information. Here you go. Or whatever it is you decide to say.
You could do that with Apple accounts. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google has the same thing.
I mean, you can actually do that now. So I have it set up for my kids. So I do leave a little message saying, hey, scrub the history.
Yeah.
You might not want to see it.
Do not click the unmarked folders.
Yes.
Just delete. Remove the recycle bin. That's it.
Don't open that stuff unless you want years of therapy.
Yes. You might be curious, but trust me, you're not curious enough.
Yeah. So, any other big thoughts, big questions, big scenarios that you guys had on this? Because I was hoping it would go a little longer, but we're actually at the end of it. So,
what I was going to say is, how many people are going to collect a bunch of those AI pod things and have a harem of like celebrities with them just to live out?
So that's kind of an interesting thought. There are probably going to be a whole cast of people who don't put the do not reanimate clauses into their stuff, and they don't really have anybody left after them to kind of keep after their stuff. So there could be, like, we have ambulance chasers that go after the accident victims and whatnot. I wonder if there's going to be information chasers that go around and collect all the information of those that have recently departed, and they try to sell that to people so that they can have the girl of their dreams, or the spouse or the husband of their dreams in the digital form.
So, like, in the case of, say, somebody's got their freak on. They want the Golden Girls. Would they be able to do that? Because, you know, of course, they passed away before all this, but they could still try to recreate them. Could you still get away with that? Because
depends on who owns the rights.
There's somebody out there that'd be like, I want all four.
I want B. Arthur.
Yes. I want all of them.
It's potentially possible, but it would probably fall into some kind of illegal gray zone because, like Gibbs said, depends on who owns the rights and whether or not they have anything set up to have that allowed or prevented.
So here's my next part of the question. If you legally marry one of these AIs, is there going to be a whole legal thing for people hunting down people that have died that AI owns half of the estate?
Oh my God.
Owns everything else, and it goes to the person. It's like, let's just say theoretically, here's the $1 trillion idea I wanted to get to now that we finally have the time I could discuss this. If you are somebody that is a rich, attractive woman in the U.S., what you do is you do this AI thing. Then you do it to where you are allowing them to marry the AI as long as they sign it like it's a legal document. They inherit everything, but that AI is a representative of you. Therefore, you, as the owner of it, get half of the shit.
Oh, hell no.
So that, Yep.
Nope. No way. I would be pirating that shit.
Yeah.
But you know there are people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
people
Be
out
all
there trying to
about
marry
it.
a body pillow, for fuck's sakes. I mean,
Oh yeah. Well, you had that dude that married the waifu thing before it got shut down. That's over in Japan. Or was it Korea? South Korea. It was one or the other. But I still feel bad for that guy.
it's only going to get worse, boys. It's only going to get worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they can marry their dolls, and now they can have downloadable personalities. They can upgrade them. Have you watched that movie Companion?
Not yet, no.
You've got your watch list is growing by the episode.
But that's the problem. It's like I don't have. This is my free time.
I know.
I know.
Oh, it's Nala the kitty. Yeah, the movie Companion is well worth the watch. As we talked about, is Transcendence. Go back and watch that one because it's kind of creepy. Several episodes of Black Mirror.
Yes.
I mean, boys, we're entering a phase of human existence that I really only thought would exist in science fiction.
Or at least far enough away that we weren't going to have to worry about it.
Yeah, well, I genuinely believe that one of my children will probably come home dating the toaster. So, and it's probably going to be my youngest.
Yeah, I was about to say my youngest would be the one that would pull some shenanigans like that just because.
Yeah. So.
But in
Dad,
10 years' time.
This is Toaster. Toaster, this is Dad.
Yeah.
What was that, Gibbs? I'm sorry.
In 10 years' time?
In 10 years' time, you never know what the technology is going to be. Because if they recognize this kind of stuff as legal people.
Yeah, well, in 8 years' time, we should be on the front lines fighting the Terminators. So it depends on what timeline falls out.
Well, we're on the Harambe timeline, so that all bets are off. So,
well, okay, we need to get to the computer and figure out how it goes with the Harambe timeline converging with the Idiocracy timeline.
I think that means civil war in the next 3 to 4 years is what we're
gross.
At. That's where we're going. So
the way things are going, you got politicians that can say whatever they want to drive the populace freaking batty.
Yep.
So,
and that's why I think people are going to turn into using AI and stuff like that for romantic. Because imagine down the road, imagine if there is a lot of civil strife and civil war in just the Western world. What if people are like, I have to go outside and risk my life, or I could stay home and talk to this thing? It's going to happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's going to get weird.
It's just going to go wee woo, wee woo.
I can't wait to see the numbers on like the demographics and information of like who ends up getting them and what they end up being, who they end up being, why.
Yeah.
How far do they go?
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, that information's going to be public at some point.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Mm. Then we need the download stats of different people and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Though I will say, if there's money to be made in it, I volunteer as tribute to be that first robot.
Oh, so I mentioned the FetLife subreddit. How long before we start seeing robo porn in like Pornhub and whatnot?
Oh, God.
You kind of see that now where retards are with their love dolls. So,
you said the no word.
Yep. You
oh,
couldn't go with Oh. God damn it. We're going to have to figure out something to do with you. Oh, man. You know, every time you say that, you have to donate for like post. You have to donate to an autism charity now.
I'll just put. Well, I can just put the quarter in my own jar. How about that?
Oh man. The only thing I will say is, if you're talking about robot love, there's this very famous robot in Fallout called Fisto.
Oh, Fisto.
And Fisto is going to be seeing a lot of work. Let me tell you. That's Do you know what Fisto's tagline is?
Oh God, what is it?
Assume the position. If you two have never played Fallout New Vegas, it's a fun time.
Actually, that was the one that I actually didn't get very far in, because I got distracted and would just go off into the desert and try to find my way off the map. I just kept doing that.
It's a fun one to follow the story.
You know, you mentioned Fisto, and now I just want a home defense robot that once I activate intruder alert on my Alexa or whatever, it just comes back with that, "Oh, you've got a tight little man pussy, don't you?"
Hey, you can say that, but I can't say what I said. Jesus.
I know, that's also bad too, the both of you.
Oh, shit.
See, you gotta have it start playing BG Staying Alive. It's like, I got 3 minutes in the ring with you. For 3 minutes, you're mine.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
And it rounds the
it
corner.
It smells so bad in here.
Oh, man.
Dispensing baby oil.
Damn it.
Oh, P. Diddy, look out.
Operation Diddy commencing. And it's just like squirting baby oil out of the nipples on it and everything. And just going around. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
You know, man, thank God none of us have access to a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because I would, God, my house would be a nightmare for anyone to invade.
Yeah. It would just look like a scene out of one of the Hellraiser movies, basically.
Yep.
Chains and leather everywhere.
Chains, leather, and Roombas with claymores, let me tell you. It'll be
Chainsaw Roomba.
Ooh.
I will say it till the day I die. A chainsaw will be the most threatening sound anybody could ever hear inside of a house they're not supposed to be in.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the best video online with a Roomba the other day. They took a Roomba, attached a French knife to it, and stuck it in a ring with a bunch of colored balloons. And you had to bet on which colored balloon was going to survive.
Oh, wow.
That's fun.
Yeah. That one looked really cool.
That's the most poverty-stricken version of the Hunger Games I've ever heard of. My God.
Right?
That is officially the Starving Games, folks. That's
Starving Games.
If you ever seen that movie, The Starving Games is actually a really funny parody movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny. First world problems here, you know. I have enough money for a robot vacuum, but I don't have enough money for food.
Yep.
Oh man.
I got a party, we got balloons, we got a Roomba and a French knife. We're good to go.
As long as it's named the French Tickler, we're golden.
Ooh.
So,
all right, boys.
I guess my final thought on that was going to be, how many people are going to use this to then stick those AIs into actual robots to then just pretend people in their family or their friends never died, or spouses, children, stuff like that.
You know,
how many people are just going to go off the fucking rails?
Yeah.
With the way that robots are advancing, I don't know if you guys watched any of the CES show, but the newest version of Atlas is looking pretty good. Some of the other robots coming out of China.
I know some of the robots they were showing at CES that looked like actual people look less believable than the one that they set up as more of an artistic design, where it was more of a cyberpunk feel to it. That one felt better, aesthetically than some of the ones that were supposed to be like real people. Those ones just looked terrible.
So that one that we talked about a few months back, that was so lifelike looking, they had to cut its leg open on stage just to prove that it wasn't somebody in a suit. Those ones are still being refined and being delivered soon, I believe. Those are, I think, some of the Chinese models.
So,
and if those get something like the personality updates like you were talking about, that could be a very real and scary thing.
Because what I wanted to bring up is, so have either of you two played Fallout 4?
No.
Yes.
Okay. In Fallout 4, one of the big campaign talking points and things that are happening in the Commonwealth is that people are being replaced by synths. That basically they download all the memories and everything, they rebuild a robot body that looks exactly like them, all the memories, personality, everything, and they replace them. It's like a secret sleeper agent.
Yeah.
Now we get to throw our tinfoil hat on. Once this technology can merge both of them, and especially if they're allowed just to take all the data, everything off of online and create a person, how long will it be until they start replacing people?
No, it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
So we turn into that Disney movie or Pixar movie, whatever it was, where Robin Williams was that red robot.
Are you talking about not Bicentennial Man?
No.
Robots.
Robots.
Robots. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to make a baby. Yeah. Here's the instruction manual. Ooh. Making it's the fun part.
That was an underrated movie.
That was
really good. It's just jazz and junk, call it funk.
I feel like Robin Williams has like a long string of movies that are very good, but they're very underrated and like a lot of people forgot about.
Yeah.
I was still mad when they didn't use him for the live action. They easily could have.
For which one?
Of what?
Aladdin.
Oh, yeah.
For Genie.
Didn't they use Will Smith?
Yeah, they used Will Smith. I mean, he did okay, but you can't beat the original Genie.
He was dead.
Not like it matters anymore.
So is the guy... so is the guy for Star Wars, and they put him in that movie without issue. In Andor or whatever the hell it was.
That was probably a budgetary issue because the scenes that he was in were minute.
Still.
And it ran the budget through the roof. Yeah.
They put Luke Skywalker in the freaking Mandalorian, for Christ's sake. They can do it.
Yeah, that's true. But that's Disney money, so.
Give it another 5 years and movies will be all made by AI anyway. So.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple that, not bad, not great, but
Well, so I had a chat with AI not long ago, and I know we're way off topic at this point, about taking full novels and having them uploaded to AI to have a book accurate movie rendered, produced, and ready to watch within a working day. So you could leave for work, drop the PDF into the AI's inbox, essentially. By the time you get home and get dinner ready, it will have the movie ready to go for you. That tech is probably 3 to 5 years out.
Yeah.
like at the worst case scenario.
The only way that would work is you'd have to be able to show that you are the author of that book to pull that off. Because otherwise, that's such copyright infringement. It's disgusting.
Well, no, it's taking a work that exists and creating a digital work that doesn't exist based on the work.
Right.
It's not copyright infringement because you're not selling it. It's only for you.
For personal use, yeah.
I get it, but at some point, where's the money going to come from that has to make that?
You probably just buy
buying the book, enabled. Paying for the AI engine.
Yeah.
Because hear about this. Because hear me out on this one. What companies will do is they will sell the licensing to someone for like $3 or $5 a month for all, like, let's say all of Disney's portfolio and Marvel and everything from like Hulu or Netflix or everything. They'll sell, I bet you money, they'd be willing to sell access to the entire catalog for AI editing for a certain amount of much per month. And by that time, you should be able to buy a GPU that can handle a lot of this AI stuff in your computer in itself anyway. So congratulations. Now you are paying the monthly subscription for the license to build whatever you want. And that way you're paying them for the royalties on it. And they still technically own anything you make. That way they can statue up and say, oh, that's a good idea. It's our movie now. Thank you. Your movie is my movie. It's our movie. Thank you very much.
Also, think about this. They can have tiers of actors and actresses available. So they can just let you pay for those. And they can have the C tier, the B tier, the A tier. And if you want to have your book turned into a movie with a certain set of actors and actresses in it, you can pick and choose it at will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the episode of Black Mirror where what's her name was being reenacted by a famous actress, where she had signed her digital rights to her image and everything.
Yes.
And she was okay with it until the girl decided, I'm going to go into a church and defecate.
Yeah. That was a weird ass episode, but it was funny too.
Oh God, yeah, it was hilarious. They were making fun of Netflix so hard on that one. It was great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You have to be able to laugh at yourself, which makes it even better.
Yep.
And Wookiee, it's not whatever. It's true. Get it right.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and end the episode. Final thoughts for the grief industrial complex.
People need to learn to deal with their lives and understand that the human experience is full of ups and downs, and don't try to sugarcoat or run away from it. Deal with it in a healthy way and move on, and understand that life gets better.
Yeah, and let evil die. Don't let the evil live. Because I swear to God, if they let my mother live on in digital, I will burn that database, that data center down. You think I'm joking? I will burn it to the ground.
I don't. I do not. I will end it by saying the beauty of life is its finality. When we consume the simulation of the dead, we'll lose our appetite for the living. So with that, I'll say thanks for sticking around, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye!